Okay, game testing time now. We're going to test out some various games here. Now remember, this display here has a very high resolution. We're approaching 4K, right? This is not 1080p. This is not even 1600p. This is just shy of 4K. When you look at these results here and you may think, oh, it's okay, but you know, such and such, this is almost a 4K screen. This is much higher than, 1440p, much higher than 1600p. And so we'll see what kind of performance we can get. I will go from balanced to turbo. This is turbo. It's going to be a little noisy. You can hear here. Quite good performance. You can see, 54, 52 FPS there. So, really, really good performance overall, right? Quite good. If we kick it down to balance mode, you see the wattage to the GPU shot down a lot. It was at 100 or so, now we're at 60. Still really good performance, right? Still quite good performance. We lost maybe 10% or so, 15% performance with like half the amount of watts, but it's much quieter, right? So I've been playing Baldur's Gate on this laptop. This is like several days after I started my review. I've been playing Baldur's Gate on this laptop, and I just play on balance mode. Like, it's fine. You don't need to play on performance. And this is all native, right? This is like native resolution on high. Just put on balanced. You can also turn it down to medium, but I don't want to do that. So there's your like easy 70, right? 60, 70. When you get into the city of Baldur's Gate, it does drop down. I've beat this game a couple times, so I have some saves from Baldur's Gate. You'll lose performance, but you'll see that wattage go up there. Right, now we're up higher watt on that GPU. And it's a little noisier, but we'll just do the game testing in that because people want to know like what's the peak performance. Obviously, if you're in balance mode, you're gonna lose about 15%. But the 4060 scales very well at low watts, so you don't really lose that much. Okay, here we are in Starfield. Resolution scaling. Turn resolution scaling to just quality DLSS on low. This is gonna be a tough one, so we'll see what we can get here. Yeah, not bad actually. Luckily, this game doesn't look bad on low versus medium. It doesn't really make a big difference. It's not a great looking game anyways, to be honest. It's like alright, I guess. For how hard it is to run, it doesn't look good, I'll put it that way. Hogwarts Legacy. We're at medium-high mix, so everything on medium, and then I threw textures and models on high because it just looks better. We're at that very high resolution, but I did put it on balanced DLSS because we're at that very high resolution. And look at that really good performance, actually. The lows I expect to dip down a little bit on NVIDIA. I find that the NVIDIA GPUs, because they don't have as much bandwidth as what I would like an AMD counterpart or an Intel counterpart, they typically, see that you get those dips in Hogwarts. Hogwarts is kind of like we know that your card is not as powerful as you say it is and you're relying on upscaling detector. You're not going to really see those go until you get into something like a 4080 or a 3080, either one. It will outperform this in terms of the lows there. The averages will be good on the 4060, but you will get some issues with the lows. Still very playable, but you get that texture pop in due to the limited memory bandwidth and memory bus on the 4060 and the 4070. It'll be even worse if you get the 4050, just a warning. So, look at that. Look at that screen. Wow. Fantastic. There's a reason why I'm recording all of these externally, by the way, not doing game capture. This thing has a beautiful mini LED screen, so why not record on the beautiful mini LED screen? It's half the selling features of this laptop. So, but yeah, here you go. I mean, just go Ultra because that's running just fine. Might as well crank it. So Ultra, which is quality DLSS, and you're going to get your 60 actually. So I'd probably just play like that. You can throw it on balance and get more FPS if need be, but I don't think you need to. You'll be fine at 60. You'll live. Very good. Very, very playable, obviously. This is Ultra, too. And it's not, this is not 1200p. This is not 1200p. This is not 1600p. This is 3.2K. 3.2K 4K by 2000. It's much more pixels than 1080p or even 1600p. See what we get here. It's actually very good performance considering such high resolution on a 4060 laptop. Wow. I guess you could do like a pixel by pixel analysis, but yeah, you're going to get 60. So you're going to be at that super high resolution. You're going to put it on high. You're going to put on a little bit of DLSS, and you're going to play at 60 FPS. These areas you're going to get, 60. Indoors you'll get 60, right? Some of the outdoor areas you might get. Look at the. It looks great, to be honest. I'm not noticing any shimmer. And this has been on balanced mode. Let's throw it on like turbo mode or whatever. So we're going to go up like this. Yeah, look at that now. So crazy mode. I don't even think we need balanced anymore. Let's actually come back here. We'll just turn it back. From that, we'll just go with balanced now because we're in turbo mode. So if you want to play on balanced mode, if you want to play on balanced profile mode and you don't want, as much fan noise, you just use a little bit more DLSS. But this is now balanced DLSS on high, on performance mode, and it's well above 60, right? It's just running really well here. So, yeah, there you go. It's going to run really well for Cyberpunk. Yeah, oh, we're on a deck or something. There we go. Yeah, actually, that's pretty good. We're almost at 60. The other thing that's interesting that I was worried about is the temperatures on this laptop being high because it's relatively thin. But you can see here, bring that down, 75 degrees on the CPU and 77 on the GPU. That's not bad, realistically. This is like a pretty thin laptop, right? It's a really thin laptop, and we're not hitting thermal throttling on the CPU or the GPU, right? GPU's at 100%. CPU's up there, actually quite a bit, to be honest. Red Dead will hit the CPU as well. 100 watts on the GPU too, and we're doing quite well. Really good performance here. You could turn up the DLSS, you could change the settings, whatever. Let's get an idea. I do want to throw it in that quieter mode, the balance mode. So we see that huge drop to the GPU down to 55 or so. The CPU dropped down a little bit too. Let's let it cool down for a moment and see if we can drop the temps. Now the GPU is way down, like we're at 67 degrees. CPU's dropped down now too. It might even drop a slightly more. Fan noise is way down. I don't know if the mic will pick up how much of a difference it is, but it's considerably quieter. Yeah, and this CPU is going to sit around just 70 now, which is pretty good for a heavy gaming load. And the GPU is going to be at around 66. And let the laptop sing, if you really care. Wear headphones. But most of the time that I've been gaming, I haven't been playing a lot of different games, but I have been gaming a lot on it. I've been playing on balance mode because it's so quiet, and this thing has such good speakers. I don't wear headphones, I just turn the speakers up and I just let it go. But this thing is not that noisy, all things considered. Temperature here, I mean, if you touch the metal here, this is a little warm up here where the heat's coming out, but the actual physical keyboard, it's not hot at all. There's no heat on the actual keyboard around here. There's no heat on the keyboard deck. There's warmth I can feel here, but it's not hot. There's a little bit of warmth here. Like I could hold my hands there indefinitely, but it is warm. But why would you? You're playing down here. And there's no heat on the keys. I mean, I've been playing with my fingers on the keys. So awesome laptop for gaming. It's not a gaming laptop per se, but when you have Core Ultra 9 185H and a 4060 in a laptop that can keep it cool and a high refresh rate, why not make it into a gaming laptop? Because it kind of is.